we go. And we are now live. So, sorry I am late today. I didn't mean to be. I got caught up in doing some meal prep and cooking with my fiance for the week, and I lost track of the time. So, here I am. I still will have a little bit to do later for meal prep, but you know, how's everybody's day going? If you are actually here, you can pop something in the comments. If you're here later, you can still put something in the comments and I will get to you later. Today, since I'm a little bit late, I'm going to just do like a little sketch instead of a full painting like I've done a couple times now. And yeah, so it's still MerMay. I'm really excited. My friend Loa, she's all about the mermaids, and so am I. Her name's Whittle1 on Instagram. And meal prep is a new level of having your life together. That is, oh, I know it's exhausting, honestly. Just doing like a whole day of cooking, I don't know what I was thinking. Just signing up to that it makes me tired, but it's good because then it's all done for the whole week, and then my fiance actually eats real food instead of just like pizza or yogurt. Yeah, so. Oh. Anyways, I am super tired today, so I don't know, I may be a little less talkative until I think of something to say. Because I don't know. I think it's the weather we've been having where I am in the Vancouver area. The weather's been really like it's sunny and then all of a sudden it's like really rainy and cold and cloudy and then it's sunny again and it's like make up your mind. Makes me tired when the weather's all over the place. You might be able to hear my cat in the background. She's screaming at me. I don't know why. What kind of mermaid? I'm not sure yet. I'm hoping that it'll come to me. I think Naomi has some ideas, but she unfortunately is speaking in cat, and I don't know how to understand. So she just keeps kind of tapping at my leg. I'm I will come up with the type of mermaid, I'm sure, at some point. Yeah, whatever it's gonna be, I want it to be like super flowy because, mermaids are underwater, and I like that flowy aspect. Trying to get a lot of movement in it. I have a tendency to be really stiff, especially in my first draft of sketches. So we'll see. Also, I think her head is too big for her body. See, now's the part where I have to actually start making some decisions. I want to do like something kind of a little. Yeah, drawing head's too big. I blame all the anime, so much anime, and especially the video game Kingdom Hearts. That one, it just, it made all of the hand, head, foot proportions for the rest of my life just way off. Don't mind my two broken nails. I broke them while I was, filleting chicken breasts and stuff. Don't ask me how. I think they were loose already, but like the oil and stuff, I think just like made them come right off. I'm not like doing anything crazy when I'm filleting a chicken. Yeah. That is one thing that's better about digital art opposed to traditional art is so much easier to just change little things. Because like sometimes you'll spend like 10 minutes drawing this amazing hand, and then you're like, oh wow, it's the wrong size, so now I have to completely erase it. Or I have to decide to just leave it even though it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. And sometimes, it's like really hard to decide. Just like, do I want to look like I don't know proportions, or do I want to have to try and recreate something that looks as good as this one? And it's a difficult choice. I think I'm going for like a little bit of a creepy mermaid here, actually. Just fun. It's been a while since I've drawn a creepy mermaid. They're honestly my favorite. I feel like if mermaids were a thing, they would be generally more scary than friendly. But that's just my completely unprofessional opinion. I mean, I don't know if there is such thing as like a mermaid professional. If there was, I would be totally on board for that. I'd do that. So I don't think I'd be able to like just like be mermaids. I'd be like, I also want to know about like fairies and unicorns and I don't know, whatever else. probably gonna change this arm. I'm not feeling it. Come back to that. And sometimes I sketch things and then I completely ignore what I sketched out, like in this situation with this arm. Like, yeah, it totally is. Looks like a mermaid from the abyss. Probably. Honestly, those mermaids from the abyss are the best ones. Gotta go for that creepy vibe. I don't know what it is like about the idea of things being in the dark. It's just like so fascinating, like something that's scary that could come out of the darkness and get you. Because when I was a kid, I was like horrified of the dark. I was just, I wanted nothing to do with it. I didn't want anybody to talk about it. I wanted my nightlight on. Particularly, I was scared of ghosts, which is kind of stupid because I had absolutely no reason to be afraid of them. I just one day woke up and it was like, I'm afraid of ghosts now. Completely arbitrary, no reason, no trauma, no fear, no story that anyone had ever told me. Just I was afraid of them now. And yeah, it was, I don't know. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm not afraid of ghosts anymore. I now am one with the deep dark. I want I wanted to know everything about it. So basically, I'm just a weirdo. That's the tale of that story. I feel like if I had like a particular fish I was planning on this being, this would help me with this drawing, but I really don't. So just going for it, you know? See what happens. She is a something, aquatic creature. yeah, so between getting a wedding together during COVID and trying to just, live my normal life in COVID, I just, yeah, I don't know. Haven't been able to work very much on my actual collection, which is kind of a bummer because I'm really like excited about it. So hoping to actually like have some time for that soon after we get like, don't worry, it will be ignored. We're having it soon somewhere after we get like all the vendors and deposits and dress fittings and blah blah blah, all that done. Actually be able to work on it, and then if I'm working on it, I'll actually be able to talk about it more because right now I don't think I've actually released anything like talking about the theme or like what's happening in it, what it's even about. So like I don't want to give too much away, but it's like I've been waiting so long to talk about it. Like I want to talk about it already. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Until I have to like move into my fiance and I's new place after we're married, which will be fun. It's going to require just a deep cleaning because he's living there alone right now. And let me tell you, a single guy does not keep things nearly as tidy as a woman does. I I always knew that in theory, like, oh, guys, like they're just generally messier than women. And I always thought of myself as kind of not the most tidy person because, like, I leave stuff laying around. I don't wash the dishes as soon as they're dirty. But yeah, every time I walk in there, I'm like, oh my God, how is it so dirty? And it's just like, yeah, that's just what boys are like. They are a little bit disgusting. So, I gotta just, I don't know, give it a good scrub before I move in so I don't catch any weird diseases. Just kidding. I'm sure he has no diseases. And if he did, I would have caught them already. uh, yeah, so there's that. That's gonna be a lot of work. It's probably gonna be surprising for him dealing with another person living there and being like, yeah, you can't just leave a pile of laundry in the middle of the floor. Like that's a hallway in the common area of the house. You can't just leave that there. See, he's like, I'm in the middle of doing laundry, where else would I put it? In your laundry basket. If it's not in the washer or the dryer, it's in the laundry basket or in the drawers where it goes. That's the thing. That's where it goes. Which I mean, okay, I am guilty of like leaving my clothes laying around, but I leave them in my room. So that's the key difference. But it's like when you're living on your own, I think everything is just your room, because you're by yourself, nobody else is there. So that's gonna have to be an adjustment for him, I'm sure. Getting used to sharing space. For me, it'll be having to get used to sharing space with somebody who's not just my sister. Because, like, me and my sister, we shared a bedroom growing up. So all the weird habits we have or weird quirks we have, we're used to because we grew up with them. It's not really a big deal. It's like I know that she does this and she knows I do this. And so it's like, whatever. So I can't even think of any like weird things that I do, but I'm sure I have them. Weird little quirks and whatnot. And I'm sure they're gonna get on his nerves. It's like I can't even think of what they are to like tell him what they'll be because that's just my normal life and that's just my sister's normal life. So she's just used to me. And of course he's all like, oh, it'll be fine. We love each other, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, that's not what I'm questioning. What I'm questioning is whether or not we're just gonna like want to murder each other in the first couple of minutes. I mean, obviously we won't murder each other because we do love each other. It's whether or not we will want to. That's the question. I feel like everything got like, oh, he's so optimistic. He's all like, I'm gonna love having you around. And I'm like, no, you're not. There are times I am not a pleasure to be around. And I know that about myself. I am fully willing to admit that. You're not always going to want me around. Sometimes you're going to be like, why did I make this horrible mistake? She's so mad. Or sometimes I'll just, like start crying for no reason. And be like, I don't know why I'm so sad. I just am. Because I'm a woman and that's what we do. We have weird feelings for sometimes we don't even know why. And yeah, he's just gonna have to ride those waves. Whereas right now, it's like he can be there and be like, oh, I'm here to comfort you, but then he can like go home and get a break. There will be no go home to get a break. It'll just be on the dove train all the time, whatever that means. Yeah. It's cute though. I'm glad that he thinks that he's always going to enjoy the pleasure of my company. I think if he didn't, it would upset me, Like, I'd be like, why don't you love me enough to think you want to spend time with me? Designated corners. Like, honestly, at least the apartment is big enough. It has a bathroom and a bedroom, and like they're separate. There's doors closed. So like there you can go. There's the balcony, which is separate. Like you can go away from each other. I mean, technically, you can probably see each other from all those locations, but you're not like right in each other's face. It is like just a condo, and it's like only 900 square feet, so it's pretty small, but you know, enough that we can like just have some have some space if we need to. I mean, he's gonna have his little designated work corner because he works from home, and then I mean, I obviously work from home because I'm doing this, so I'll have my little designated workspace too. So if nothing else, we can just go face our walls at our workspace and put on headphones and just pretend the other person is in there for a while. Yeah, I'm like a real nerd about it actually. I'm really excited about having my own space to like decorate. Kind of a nerd about it. I like went all over the internet until I found the actual floor plan of the place that we have. And then I did up like a little blueprint sketch. And I sketched out like what kind of furniture we could have and like tried out a different couple configurations to see like what fit best and so that the flow would work still, like easy foot traffic, but then like also tried to consider like how much storage we would need and oh my gosh. Yeah, they just face the wall. That's literally gonna be my life. Just all facing the wall. Yeah, and I was just I can't even tell you how many sketches I have of just like me redesigning the furniture in that apartment. So many. Do I have any actual furniture picked out? Just some. Just like some pieces. Generally, it's just like a piece of furniture for this purpose about this size. So, yeah, we need to do some serious furniture shopping. I mean, not that it matters because nobody can actually come over right now, so no rush. Am I more comfortable doing live streams? Yes and no. Like, I'm more comfortable drawing in front of a camera. Like, I'm more comfortable in like my ability to actually make something, even if I don't like it. And even if I don't like it, I'm more comfortable just be like, yeah, it didn't turn out, or yeah, I had problems, but you know, like whatever, that's just part of the process. Um, but like knowing what to say, I think is still somewhere I struggle. Like I run out of things to talk about pretty quickly, and I think maybe that's normal because it's like just talking to yourself for a long period of time. It's like you only have so much to talk about, you know? I think as I get more consistent with this and more people start watching and actually like interacting, that problem will kind of just take care of itself, because then I will have people I can interact with, or like depending on what I'm working on, I will have more or less to talk about because I'll be working on something that's more or less interesting. Um, See, right now I'm just kind of sketching, and I know for a fact that I've talked so much about sketching. Oh, wow, I did a really bad job of blending that. Um, so it's like I don't want to just like repeat the same things every single time. So like I try not to say them too often, but to some degree it's like you also want to repeat them a little bit because one person that saw one maybe didn't see a previous one, and so it's like fresh eyes each time, but also for the people who are watching them a lot. So there's a lot to think about, and it's like I think I still just need to figure out how to balance all of that. But the actual like setting it up, figuring out how to do it, recording myself drawing, and actually doing the drawing on a recording is a lot more comfortable than it was before. So I mean, like there is progress, and that's nice for me, I think, because it shows me that if I just keep doing it and I'm more consistent, then I'll just keep getting better. And I also like it because when I'm sketching by myself, if I really don't like something partway through, I'll just stop the sketch and I'll be like, you know what? I'm not gonna finish it. I'm not gonna see this through because I don't like where it's going, and I'll just kind of like scrap it, you know? But when I'm doing this, it's like I don't do that because that's the point of this is for people to watch the process of the sketching or the painting or whatever. So like even if it starts going really wrong, the point is for people to see that, yeah, sometimes it can go wrong, or sometimes you can fix it even if it's going wrong, or even if you don't like it, something can still be learned from the process of going through it anyway. Oh yeah, this pencil. This is okay, so like all the words are rubbed off of it because I've had this pencil for so long. But it's a Pentel Graph, I think it's called Graph Liner. It's a drafting pencil, and it's the 0.3 size. So each of the sizes is in a different color. I can't remember what any of the other ones are. Um, but this one, yeah, the like burgundy brown one is the point 0.3 lead. I love it. I've used a couple other pencils that are the point 0.3, like I think Strathmore makes one. But I found that one kept jamming and getting broken, like the mechanism that would actually like click the lead. So I use this one. This one is a little bit jammed and broken too. I don't know why the point 0.3s do that. They just kind of break. But so if you put the lead in, but I've had this for like 7 years now, so it's lasted a long time. So if you put it in and try to click it through, it won't go through. But if you hold it and like slide it in, then it's totally fine and it'll click through. So I still use it. I'm not gonna replace it until it's like totally broken. But yeah, it's not super expensive. I can find a link for it and put it in the description of this video after. The book that I'm using is an Illo. I like them because they're square and the paper is really smooth. It also is like pretty sturdy, pretty thick. So for the most part, it doesn't like get torn up or anything really easily. Do I have my other yellow right here? So I didn't do it in this one because I already did a whole bunch of swatches in my other one. So in my other one, there'd have been just a bunch of swatches of like watercolors and Copics and stuff to see if like stuff went through. So like markers bleed through a little bit on it. But like watercolors and stuff don't at all. So like if you're wanting to use marker, beware of that. But if you're using watercolors, It's fine. Gouache is fine. Most markers are fine. Like, not markers, sorry, fine liners. Yeah, so like, I mean, it's not like the best for watercolor, but like, I did that, so like, it takes it pretty good. It doesn't like fiber, like get all fibrous or anything, and it doesn't pool too much. Yeah. So I like it because it kind of, you can use pretty much anything on it. Only thing to keep in mind is that it's not acid-free paper. So if you leave your work out in the sun for a really long time, the paper will age and yellow faster than acid-free paper. But considering that this is just my sketchbook and it's closed, and also it's not like final copies of art, it's just a sketchbook, I don't really care about that. I just care that like the paper does what I want it to, so that's all that matters to me. So it just kind of depends on your preference. Also, a lot of watercolor sketchbooks, either the paper is like really hard and textured, and I don't like that, or the paper is super like cottony, so it's like just painting onto straight cotton, but not like in a good way, like in a way that like it makes it hard to blend out the colors because it's just like soaking in there so fast. So it's kind of frustrating. So yeah, I like it personally. Changed my mind. I think a second fin would just kind of add a little something nice to that. That is just her skin, not part of this. There we go. There we go. A weird mermaid. Right? Yeah, I gave her the little fish there. I noticed that like it's kind of hard to see them, so like I'm just gonna move this closer and hope that you guys can see her better. Yeah, so here she is, all finished and completed. All right, well, thanks for joining, and I will see you all next week.